Hey now, no one likes being negative, except everyone on YouTube apparently. The numbers on a negative video versus the numbers on a positive video. Basically, you're all misery-loving arseholes and, well, we need money. Still, it's 2016 and I can't exactly blame you. I'm just glad to be doing a list with the words worst and 2016 in the title that doesn't involve anyone dying. So it's been a pretty great year for WWE from an in-ring perspective, and even though Raw is sometimes shit and SmackDown is sometimes shit and NXT has gotten to the point where, oh my god, it's sometimes shit. Despite all of that and some unfortunate injuries, the roster is stuffed with fantastic talent. However, not everyone's had a stellar year. With all the respect in the world and with me acknowledging that all of these men and women are infinitely tougher and more talented in the ring than my weak ass, I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and here are the 10 worst WWE wrestlers of 2016. Number 10, Kalisto. Poor guy. From a purely in-ring standpoint, Kalisto doesn't deserve to be anywhere near this list at all. The majority of what he does in the ring is crisp and clean, like your dad's bedsheets before King Ross comes over to have sex with your dad. It's just that wrestling is more than just moves, especially in WWE. You've got to have character, kid, and Kalisto's character, it's dog shit. He's got two characteristics: of Mexican heritage and quick. And the one time WWE afforded him the opportunity to speak without their bad script filter, he gave probably, and I think I'm right here, the worst promo of the year. After initially calling Baron Corbin Baron Corn, he went on to say, and I quote, "I'm here to stay and make a good lucha thing." And then he said, "God damn it, woo!" And he ran away. Number 9, Darren Young. Talking of gimmicks that are 7 shades of pure penis, Make Darren Young Great Again was one of the worst angles of 2016. Now listen, I know that Bob Backlund is so mentally sort of fun to watch in the same way that you get perverse pleasure from watching your horribly drunk uncle trying to fight off the bees that exist only in his mind. Hey, we all do Christmas differently. But this wasn't good, people. From the awkward, shouty promos with Young and Backlund, which were less comedic and more like an off-Broadway play about a kid helping his father deal with dementia, to the double DQ Miz versus Darren Young match at Battleground, which was confusing and awful. Look, Young he's okay in the ring, he's okay on the mic, but this angle has lowered his stock in the company so dramatically that, well, actually, it's really ironic when you consider the title of the angle. Number 8, Mojo Rawley. Oh, just off, Mojo. Now, okay, that's harsh. Mojo Rawley works incredibly hard. His gimmick, a jock Duracell bunny who's lost his Ritalin prescription, dictates that he works harder than almost anyone. It's just, also, his gimmick is really goddamn annoying. He's a giant, excitable child. No matter what he does, the constant whooping and chest bumping and yelling and jumping, it's just, after a certain point, you get actively tired watching him and you just want to trank his ass, which isn't super great for someone trying to build audience investment. Sorry, Mojo, you seem like a nice guy, but I don't want to come to one of your parties. They seem like the worst thing. Number 7, the Shining Stars. They're timeshare salesmen, for f***'s sake. Number 6, Kurt Hawkins. For as much as it's fashionable to praise SmackDown as being infinitely better than Raw, they sure do come up with some goofy bollocks. Exhibit A, Kurt Hawkins. Seriously though, did they rehire Kurt Hawkins by accident and are doing their very best to make him quit? I'm not sure what his character is. Is it just weirdo? Like, he cut promos which copied Chuck Norris facts wholesale, like word for word, and he also has a cane, and then a video package where he showed his bum, and then he wouldn't wrestle, but now is, but he's bad and gets beaten really easily, like most of the time, and what's happening? Can everyone else see Kurt Hawkins, or is he my personal wrestling version of the Great Gazoo? Number 5, Dana Brooke. Again, this is harsh as balls, but Dana Brooke is, like Braun Strowman was last year, a shining example of someone who was brought up to the main roster way too soon. It took a full year for them to start implementing Strowman correctly. He's flying now, but Dana's still just off. Teaming up with Emma in NXT, she was showing signs of improvement. She was transitioning between moves better, but then they zipped her up to Raw, pretty much just because she looks like Charlotte's mini-me. Cue a whole host of clumsy matches and her promos still sounding like they were being performed by the speak text function on a computer.
Hey you can shut up when you talk to me. You do not want to mess with me. I sure tell you, I am going to win this match and that is what I am going to do. So you can just shut up and watch me win this match. That is what, yes.
Number 4, Titus O'Neil. It's been a bad year for Big Tights, kicking off with a 60-day suspension for a bizarre confrontation with Vince McMahon, and since then, gosh, it's been bad. He had a feud with Rusev, where the most memorable thing about the month-long affair was the fact he kissed his son on the mouth at ringside, which is fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. And then he entered into a dire feud with Darren Young, which just sort of ended, and now he's doing Titus brand things, and that's, I don't know what the Titus brand is. He's losing all the time, and it's dreadful. Let's just do the dog. Hoorah, hoorah, hoorah. Number 3, Eva Marie. Now, this one seems a bit easy. For so long now, Eva Marie's been the poster girl for bad. They actually started to build a pretty fantastic gimmick around it. For a few very funny weeks, Eva would be announced to the ring by the most overblown voiceover since King Ross's 10 favorite wrestlers of all time, only for her to avoid wrestling for one reason or another. It was funny. It was actually doing something with all this resentment that all Red Everything had been building all these years. Then she was suspended and hasn't been seen since because she went to film a movie. The angle just ended, and once again, she's become the figurehead of awfulness, with Sami Zayn recently slamming her on Raw, saying he's worth 1,000 Eva Marie's. Classic Canadian self-deprecation on display there. Number 2, James Ellsworth. I like James Ellsworth for about a week, but my goodness, the joke has gotten old. I get it, he's bad on purpose, and we should find that totes hilarious. He's the polar opposite of everything WWE look for in their superstars, but this isn't like Chad Gable being even more endearing because he's 5'8" in a big man's world. This is Beak from the X-Men devaluing not only AJ Styles, which is a f***ing crime considering he beat John Cena clean at SummerSlam. How dare you? How dare you make him shuck and jive through this nonsense? But it's slowly but surely turning SmackDown into the comedy show, the parody show where men dress as Mounties and dudes without chins are getting heel turns in the main event of a pay-per-view. I don't know, maybe this is all leading somewhere useful, but right now, James Ellsworth is at the point where he's hurting more than he's helping. Not his fault, just another example of WWE running a joke into the ground. And number 1, R-Truth. Look, come on, let me have this. I know I'm supposed to have professional impartiality, but please, let me put him number 1. R-Truth is the assassin of my joy, the architect of the fundamental despair I feel about waking up every day. The truth has not set me free. It has cut the soles of my feet open and made me walk across a desert of salt. I'm not going to put Goldust on this list because he deserves more, but when the Golden Truth are on screen, making noises, wobbling their cheeks, bugging out their eyes, saying, ooh, 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 eh, ooh, I literally feel my heart getting smaller. I just hate him so much. Like, I'm sort of glad to have this hatred in my life because it gives me something to be passionate about. In a lot of ways, without R-Truth, I would be nothing. But I would also really like him to stop doing skits about haunted houses. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Tell us about it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter here. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon.